Now that you've made it through the program, you're going to end up with a summary sheet at the end of the Passive Solar Greenhouse Design Tool. And I'm going to go through each of the categories in the sheet so that you can understand what each of the categories and metrics are telling you. Let's get into it. First of all, we have climate data. This is the climate data that you entered at the beginning of the process. And so you're going to want to check to see if these pieces of information are still correct. So we had a climate mimic of USDA zone 10A, which had a minimum internal design temperature of 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Our minimum external design temperature was minus 49 degrees Fahrenheit. If any of these numbers need to change, now is a great time to go back to sheet number 1, climate data, to change that. In the next category, we looked at energy consumption. And you'll notice that in this particular category, we have data visualization. The one that stands out, or should stand out to you, is that the glazing in your greenhouse represents 50% of the energy loss. So if there's an opportunity to add in a thermal curtain or change the glazing, now would be a great time to go and do it. You'll also notice that infiltration losses represent a whopping 26% as well. So perhaps you can come up with a way to increase the air tightness of your actual greenhouse itself. You'll notice that each of the different categories have their annual heat loss. We have a total heat loss per year. And this is based on the R value, the building volume, and the heating degree days that you entered in the climate data. So if any of this information is going to change, this is a great time to go back and play around with the energy consumption sheet number 2. At the top, we have our heat loss and cost, and this is an estimation as to how much fuel, and depending on the types of fuels you've chosen, your greenhouse is going to require on an annual basis. So in this particular category, heat loss and cost, we can see that we chose natural gas and that we assume that it would be used 25% of the time and that we would have an annual consumption of about 10 gigajoules or $31 based on the price that we put in. We can also see that the remainder of the fuel is going to be wood in the form of cords. It's estimating 2.1 cords per year, and because we did not put in a value for the wood per cord, it's saying $0. Next, we have a thermal mass calculator. We chose water. It's putting out a certain amount of pounds of water or feet cubed of water based on a certain thickness of the water element or the barrels that we're using and an area that's required. Next, we have the light design. We chose fluorescent, compact fluorescent lights. We chose to light an area of 200 square feet with a total power of the array of 6 kilowatts and the operational hours per year at 2,000 hours and a cost of $1,800 per year, and an estimated bulb lifespan of 9.6 years. Lastly, we looked at the subterranean heating and cooling system, and we entered in the volume of the greenhouse, the surface characteristics of the pipes, which we said were rough, the average CFM per heat pipe, and the recommended inlet and outlet duct size for your specific system, as well as a CFM range in order to give you the highest chance of success for this particular system. Hopefully this made sense. If you have any questions regarding this report or anything in the actual tool itself, make sure you post your questions inside of the course and we'll make sure that we make a custom video about it for you. Thanks so much, guys. I look forward to hearing your comments. If you're looking to design your own passive solar greenhouse and want help in choosing R value for your walls, a glazing material, the amount of heat or size of heater required to heat the greenhouse, your lighting system, thermal mass calculation, as well as designing a subterranean heating and cooling system, you will find that this tool makes passive solar greenhouse design infinitely easier. These videos will show you how to use the tool, and if you're interested in purchasing the tool for your own passive solar greenhouse design, you can find information on how to purchase the tool at Small Farm Academy in the link below.